Hi, my name is Maddie O'Callahan, and today I will be talking to you about Lululemon and the Strength to Be campaign. The Strength to Be campaign is Lululemon's first campaign that was targeted strictly at men. I'll first give you an overview of Lululemon as a whole. I will then talk about what differentiates Lululemon from other companies. I will then go on to talk about Lululemon and Lululemon Men's online presence. And then I will go into the specifics of the Strength to Be campaign. I will then let you know if this campaign worked or didn't work. And then finally, I will talk about some ways that Lululemon could have improved on this campaign. First, I'll give you an overview of Lululemon as a whole. Lululemon has a very well known stereotype. When you think of Lululemon, you typically think of a white woman with money hiking through the Hollywood Hills. That's what I know a lot of people imagine when they think of Lululemon. However, that is not all they are. Lululemon was founded in Vancouver, Canada in 1998. Their first standalone store opened in November of 2000. Currently, there are 404 stores around the world, most of those being in Canada and the United States. The first designs were made for women to wear during yoga. However, now they design clothes made for every different activity from yoga, cycling, running, training, etc. for both women, and now, as of 2014, they also make clothes for men. What differentiates Lululemon from other companies? So instead of using a mission statement, Lululemon has what they call a manifesto. An example of the manifesto is pictured on the right. And also, anytime you go to any Lululemon store and you get their iconic red bag, their manifesto is also printed all over it. I think they're most well known for the line "Friends are more important than money." That's the one you see on all their bags, and it's just what they're known for is that manifesto and all the inspirational quotes that they post on the bags. And their vision is to elevate the world from mediocrity to greatness. And then a couple of other things that set Lululemon apart is their product quality, their customer loyalty, their patented materials. They have materials strictly to Lululemon that no other company can use. They're very efficient, they're innovative, they're always creating new things and coming out with new styles, and they have very good responsiveness to customers. So next we'll go to Lululemon's online presence. As you can see, Lululemon itself has a much stronger online presence than Lululemon Men. Lululemon has 1 million followers on Twitter with 259.6K thousand tweets. And then on Instagram, they have 2.6 million followers with 2,543 posts, and even have a LinkedIn account with 200,021,917 followers, which is a pretty large amount for LinkedIn. And then compared to Lululemon Men itself, they only have 68.2K followers on Twitter with only 22.9 thousand tweets. And then on Instagram, they have 201,000 followers, but only have 1,061 posts. And then, so when you look at Instagram, I looked at it on my personal account. You can see some of the mutual followers you have that are following Lululemon. And it's kind of hard to see in the pictures because they're pretty zoomed out. But I had some of the same followers that followed Lululemon by itself that also followed Lululemon Men. So there was some overlap there. Next, we'll go just to Lululemon Men. Lululemon started selling menswear only in 2014, so that was only about 4 years ago. They sold one line of pants, and they still sell that line today. It's known as the ABC pant, which stands for anti-ball crushing pant, because Lululemon is known for their comfort in their products. Their marketing to men has been slim to none until this campaign came out, which came out in 2017. However, they are making moves towards better understanding the public's perception of masculinity and strength and what they think that strong is or how a man should be. And so Lululemon recently undertook research with over 2,000 Americans to better understand their notions of masculinity and strength in society. Nearly a quarter of those people said that their idea of masculinity has changed within the last 5 years. And the research also found that 44% of US adults think that society has become more open and accepting when it comes to defining what masculine is, while 37% of people believe that society celebrates differences today more than it did previously. So, society today is more accepting of people and more gender inclusive, and masculine doesn't always have to be strong and manly. So, next we'll get into what the actual Strength to Be campaign was. So, the Strength to Be campaign was Lululemon's first campaign directed entirely at men, as I had mentioned before. Lululemon said that their full purpose of this campaign was to redefine what it meant to be quote unquote manly. They wanted to step away from the stereotypes of what it was to be a man, and that you can be a man no matter what you do, just if you're comfortable being yourself. They wanted to promote strong in a non traditional way. So basically, this campaign was about honoring individuality and empowering men to be themselves. This campaign was pretty short. It started September 17th, 2017 and ran through November 1st. So only about 2.5 months. But this campaign is a video of five 30-second clips of five diverse men, and I will talk about them in a second, talking about what they think it means to be strong and what they think it is to be a man. So the first man in the video is Orlando Cruz, who was a Puerto Rican championship boxer who competed in the 2000 Olympics. He was the first professional fighter to ever come out as gay, and he's one of the first people ever inducted into the National Gay and Lesbian Sports Hall of Fame. And these pictures on these slides are pictures also from the Lululemon campaign, and they're pretty cool. Next is Eben Ali Miller. He's a Muslim activist who went viral for breaking up a fight between two Atlantic City teenagers. He's now known for being a peacekeeper, and he travels around the world speaking on nonviolence and talking about how he is a big black man, but you don't always have to be violent. The third is Mark Healey. He is award-winning spear fisherman, free diver, and surfer, and he's also an environmental activist who uses photography and film to help people understand the ocean and its inhabitants. And then next is John Joseph. He's an Ironman and triathlete and also a punk rock musician. He's also known for being an author and a vegan chef, and he lives a vegan lifestyle because he beat drug addiction and violence when he was younger, and he says that eating vegan helps him keep a strict diet and helps him maintain a strict lifestyle. And lastly on the video is OJ Morgan, but he's best known by his artist name Zebra Cats. He created his own unisex apparel line last year, which has since started to take off. But he's an openly gay hip hop artist who's best known for his 2012 single I'm a Read. He's a part of a wave of queer hip hop artists who emerged in the 2010s who are heavily influenced and inspired by voguing and the New York ball culture. So as you can see, all these men are very different and come from very different backgrounds, socioeconomic, demographics, and that's what Lululemon wanted to portray, was that no matter what background you come from or no matter who you are, you can portray being manly however you want, no matter what other people think it means. So you might be wondering why Lululemon didn't use bigger names to gain awareness of this campaign. That's because Lululemon doesn't pick the typical or the cliche famous athlete. They don't endorse anyone famous such as Serena Williams or Steph Curry. If they would have used people such as them with bigger names, they could have gotten this campaign to go way bigger than it did. However, they use what they call brand ambassadors. And they use 3 types of ambassadors to spread awareness about their brand. They use elite ambassadors, global yoga ambassadors, and store ambassadors. The ambassador program was on their website said is an extension of their company's unique goal-oriented corporate culture that encourages individuality and personal growth to better serve both store employees and customers. And Lululemon's former CEO said that the reason they chose to do things this way was because Lululemon is so much more than apparel and money. It's about the people. And then, so for the three different types of ambassadors, the elite ambassadors are elite athletes in and around the United States that are highly respected and loved by their sport communities. They are said to inspire others by the practice of setting and accomplishing big goals. And so I have some examples of these elite athletes. One of them is Emily Batty, and she is a mountain biker, and she has 245,000 followers on Instagram. And then another one was Jacob Gibb, and he plays beach volleyball, and he has 21.2 thousand followers on Instagram. And both Emily and Jacob had verified accounts, which means they're considered a celebrity by Instagram. However, one of the elite ambassadors, his name is Melvin Etchard. He's a track and field participant. He only had 3,620 followers, and he was not verified by Instagram. So these elite ambassadors really spread over a large amount of people and like different sports. The global yoga ambassadors are some of the best yoga teachers from around the world who are said to bring invaluable knowledge and experience to Lululemon's collective. And then the store ambassadors are the Lululemon people that you interact with when you go to a storefront. They're the ones who help every customer find the best item for themselves. And then, so on the Strength to Be campaign, did it work? Overall, sales did increase of menswear. It grew 22% in the most recently completed second quarter. The former CEO, he just stepped down 9 months ago, Laurent Pot-Devin, told Analysis that the male category of Lululemon is still one of their best kept secrets. He also said that he wants to continue to focus on expanding men's business in outerwear, and he wants to talk to men in unexpected ways through curated and targeted experiences. However, the new CEO says that the push into men's clothing from Lululemon is expected to be a big growth driver for Lululemon moving forward. So it worked in terms of sale growth and spreading word that Lululemon does offer more than just their ABC pant now. However, I don't think that this can only be attributed to the campaign. The campaign was very short. Like I said before, it only lasted 2.5 months. And while I think it's very admirable the way Lululemon chose to do things by reaching out and finding this diverse group of men and that come from all these different backgrounds. Some are gay, some are straight, some are advocates for LGBTQ. So they got really all these different groups. They didn't use any big names to really get this campaign out there. As I was searching through Twitter and Instagram, and I was using the hashtag #StrengthToBe, trying to find certain tweets or like maybe promotions, there just wasn't a whole lot. And if I would find a tweet, it would only have about 3 favorites or maybe 1 retweet. So there wasn't a whole lot of interaction with this campaign. But you can see from this picture I posted at the bottom, which started November 16th of 2017. So that was after the campaign had already ended. You see that the stock of Lululemon goes up at quite a rapid rate. So while they may have completed their goal of selling more men's clothing, I don't know if it is completely the campaign's fault, because I think that once someone realized that Lululemon was selling all these new clothes, I think more Lululemon, their strength is word of mouth. You hear one person wearing it and talking about how comfortable it is and talking about how amazing it is, then they will really spread the word. So I think that's Lululemon's best marketing strategy, even though this was a really cool campaign. So that is the end of my presentation. I enjoyed learning more about Lululemon and the Strength to Be campaign, because Lululemon is a company that I have bought from and used their products for about 5 years now. So it was cool just to learn more about them and what they're doing to spread the word. Thank you.